Hey guys, welcome back. As you know, I'm a big fan of the gasser. So I'm trying to get this gasser here to be as low as I can go, but I still want to use the engine and the interior of this gasser. So I was thinking of using this car as the donor. As you can see, it's plastic, metal body with plastic chassis. I thought it would be an easy fit. It's not. It's very close. You can do it. But these are all the parts. I'm going to use the engine, the interior, the glass, and I'll try to get this to be as low as I can get it. I already cut out the wheel well there and the wheel well there so that the tires sit as low as they can go. So that's where I'm at now. There'll be more cutting and grinding. And this is the donor car, as you can see. One's a 55 and one's a 56, almost identical. That's where I'm at right now, making my gasser, leaving the body stock as could be, but lowering it down. So by using my grinder, that's how low I sit right now, and the car rolls. I'm gonna try to stuff the interior back in there. But I want to get the rear to be just a little bit lower on the rear end. So with keeping with the colors that I want to use, this is how much I had a file off the front. And now I'm going to glue that part on. Get this as low as I can. So while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to use this Dremel and do something with this car. I was thinking about making it a 3D cutaway car and see how much of it I can cut away. Let's start. And so I started using the Dremel, making a cutaway car. And that's where I'm at. It's a slow process. So that's the entire roof. And I didn't want straight edges here. I wanted curved edges, curves in them. Well, the roof is done. And I started on the trunk lid. But I have to keep that post there because that shows what holds the car together. While the gasser is still drying. So there's the trunk lid gone. And the top. And we'll work on the hood next. So using this ball Dremel, I'm able to start a hole there, there, and there with the ball Dremel. Okay guys, so let me show you what's going on here. I took out this section of the hood to show how thick that peg is. And then this side of the car, I took out as much as I could without going through the bottom. No body panels have been modified. Nothing has been changed. So the entire trunk lid is gone except for the peg. I opened up the quarter panel on this side so you can see in there. Also, right to the wheel well. And then the door. And this brings us around to the front again, where I wanted to show how thick that was. This car doesn't show an engine inside. What happens is when you keep going more and more, the car starts getting thinner and thinner, and it gets very easy to collapse. So it is going to be a 3D cutaway, and the body's going to be completely stock, as you can see, just totally stock with no body panels removed. I wanted to keep this little section behind the door to show the thickness of the metal. So right here, you'll see the plastic, you'll see the chassis, you'll see the thickness of that peg. I have to go in the garage now and strip it of all its paint. I wanted to leave this section right here because on the other side I went really thin. It's amazing the car is held together. But still working on the gasser at the same time because it's going to be in the same video. So now I have to take all the paint off and then sand it down and then put it back together as a cutaway. So this is what I'm up to. I had to cut the wheel wells out in the front a lot. There's the interior. I am not finishing this car until the interior is inside of it. That's how low I got it so far without the interior in. And I want to black out the wheels totally. And with the wheels blacked out, it will look even lower. And this is the 3D car that I used as a donor from the chassis. I'm going to remove all the paint today, prime it, and then I want to paint it a shiny white. You can see how much I left right there. And on the other side, that's how much I left. It'll be a 3D see-through car. It's going to be completely stock. And right now I'm just removing the paint off the cutaway vehicle. Just want you to see that. Whatever paint area is left, I'm taking that off now. So this is the cutaway that I'm doing at the same time I'm lowering my gasser. It's just primed. And I'm gonna paint it flat white. Just gonna let it dry. It's all painted white. I'm waiting for it to dry to paint it a second coat. Okay guys, this is the best way I can explain this. This is the 52nd anniversary gasser stock right out of the package from Hot Wheels. Nothing's been changed at all. Now, this is the same exact vehicle with real riders on it. And real riders have soft tires with grooves, just like a real car. Now, this is the same vehicle in a cutaway version, but we'll get back to that. This is my gasser I did a while back in the cutaway, just from this vehicle. And this is my lowrider gasser. The body, the paint, everything's identical. Nothing has changed except I lowered it. Now, a lot of guys lowered it, and I like the way it came out. The chassis, as you can see, it's a running, moving car. Chassis I got from that car. I thought it was going to be an easy fit, 1, 2, 3, but it wasn't. You still have to do a lot of cutting and sanding. So, this car is my second cutaway car. That's where I got the chassis to make my low gasser. And as you can see with this cutaway car, you can see right through it. It has clear glass, blue interior, chrome bumpers. I left it so it still rolls. And you can see how thick the peg is, because this car does not have an engine. So I left one wheel showing and the thickness of the peg. So there's my lowered gasser, as low as I can get it, by pushing the bottom up into the car. Be right back. Okay, there it is, completely stock. There it is with real riders. There it is, stock and completely cutaway. And there it is, lowered, slammed to the ground gasser. And my newest piece, another cutaway, a car that has no engine. I took out the trunk, I took out the sides, I took out the top, and I wanted you guys to see how thick that peg was. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video of gassers and my newest cutaway. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. If you watched up to this far, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Mike Espo. God bless you. Merry Christmas, guys, and have a Happy New Year from Mike Espo. God bless you.